We are back to Joy-Con land, meaning that we're going to be going off to a brand new area today. Yay, we're finally going to go along with the plot. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to part 13, oh boy, of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. So, anyway, now we have to make our necessary preparations for the road ahead. So, you got some new stock in here at this point. You can get an iron shield and a small seat satchel. So the small seat satchel is basically equipped to, you know, inventory expansion, aka the expansion of how many Deku seeds you can carry in your slingshot. Personally, I don't really go for it, but if you want to, that's fine. But the real thing that you should go after at this point is the iron shield. It's a shield that won't burst into flames, and it's recommended for the next area. Oh, and it won't protect you from electricity either, since that's an element that we haven't run into yet. So get yourself an iron shield, deposit the wooded shield at the item check, and then you can go along with your business as usual. Next would probably be bottles. Yes, next would definitely be bottles, because I believe they have some new stuff for you. Yeah, I want to hear more of that. Actually, nah, because this is not one of those times. Are you still making these, or? This mysterious elixir is Revitalizing Potion. Simply pour it onto a broken shield and it'll be as good as new, and it'll maximize 4 hearts. Yeah, I believe we already did this. Guardian Potion. So that, I believe we haven't talked about Guardian Potion yet. This stuff makes you feel invincible. It's a potion that reduces damage you take for a little bit of time. If you find an opponent that's a little out of your league, then this potion is for you. 200 rupees though, but you know, it's fine. It's all good. I believe with the ones with bubbles are the ones she hasn't perfected yet. So, you know, give that a pass. But what I want to do is actually, yeah, I'm going for the heart potion. I need it. And over at the scrap shop, since this is a new Let's Play Plus and a new Game Plus, we technically now have the ability to upgrade our stuff, like right away. Because, again, this is the thing. I'm just showing you what this is for right now. I won't actually upgrade any of these items until we actually do have the ability to find these items, which if we're going to find that material for the iron shield, then we're obviously going to run into it in the next big old area. And you know what, let's humor the dude. Let's actually go for 100 rupees. No thank you. No thank you, madam, sir. No thank you. All right, so I think that's basically everything that we need. So, yeah, I think we're good. So, go over to the south, and there you go. There you go. Now, I'm just making sure there aren't any more gosh shit. No. Yeah, we're good. There are only 3 that you should have gotten at this point for the goddess cubes and chests. So if you've been following along, then you should have absolutely no problem. Master, this is Eldin Volcano. It is an active volcano rich with the power of Earth. She activated with David Attenborough mode. Approximately 65% of the region is covered by lava. It is inhabited by a large number of creatures that thrive in the extreme heat and flame. Please exercise caution with flammable materials such as wood and fabric. In the event that you catch fire, I highly recommend you extinguish the flames by performing a forward roll or spin attack. And here we go. Next area. Now with added motion controls. And here we got a red Choo Choo this time around. The red Choo Choo has an exceedingly high body temperature. Avoid all physical contact or your clothing and shield may burst into flames. In the event that you're set on fire, yeah. So, basically, if you're ever caught on fire, then use the spin attack tactic or perform a forward roll. If you don't know how to do that, then consult the help. For it is, I believe, on the down arrow. Actually, since I do have the layout set to simple, the screen display actually set to simple. Oh yeah, the help is right here. Simply flick the Joy-Con, the left Joy-Con, by using a dash, just like so. And there you go. And now I'm going to set this back to simple, and then we should be good to go. Should be good to go. I don't need you, thanks. Optional Fi is the best Fi. Hey! You missing our turf, or you gonna pay? Whoa, you're not. Yo, Led, I don't think this is one of those red creeps. Yeah, I think you're right. No reason to scare the hair off of us, though. Sorry about that, pal. These monsters showing up and messing up our turf have gotten me on edge. They show up here and they're not gonna knock the red clean off of them. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah, me, Led, because that's my name. Yeah, whatever, Mr. Too scared to dig in the dark. Anyway, if you're looking for treasure, you better steer clear of those red guys. I will keep that in mind, sir. What do you got to say? His name is Led. He is a member of a highly civilized mole race called the Magma. Their primary habitat is underground. All Magmas have a deep and abiding love for treasure. Aha. So, we have an interesting thing going on here. Like, the Zelda races that you're familiar with are only limited to Gorons at this point. Aside from all of this, aside from the Gorons, most of the races that are in Skyward Sword are basically brand new, since this is the first chronological game in the timeline, in the grand timeline. Not any other old timeline or anything like that. The grand timeline. This is the very first one, even though each Zelda game can be basically, you know, a standalone thing. So, yeah. We've seen Magmas, we've seen Hiquis. We've seen most of the familiar Zelda enemies at this point. Yeah, like Deku Babas, Keese, Choo Choos, and all that. But as for the races, only the Gorons have been here so far. Now we have bombs. You can either roll them or throw them, whichever one you want to prefer. And you don't need some dude to tell you what you need to do. But I'll talk to him anyway, because I want to make him feel important. Huh? Who are you supposed to be? Never seen you around here before. Whoa, hold it right there. Are you a friend of those red creeps? No way! You're not, huh? Well, you don't look like him, that's for sure. You're not that ugly. So what then? You come to pick bomb flowers? Yep. That's what I figured. You can pick up some pretty powerful ones in this area. Look, there's some right there. Take as many as you want. I'm sure you already know this, but you can pick up... Yeah. Yeah, I know how to roll stuff, thank you. Of course you do. You can lift things up to throw them or hold things below you to roll them. I bet everyone knows that. Yeah, we're not babies. We know how to deal. We know how to do things, thank you. So with the motion controls in mind, you hold the Joy-Cons up to throw them, and you hold them downward to roll at things. Of course, that didn't work right there because I accidentally flicked it. But it's right there. It's right there anyway. Got an amber relic right there, and ooh, a buggy. Get a bug. Get it done! Yes. And what we got right there, that ladybug, is, if I can go right, a volcanic ladybug. A volcano-dwelling insect often spotted in groups. It moves little and is easy to catch. So make that your primary thing when visiting Eldin. Volcanic ladybugs, because I believe you're not going to find them anywhere else. Here's a little spot for you to recover. You know, sit down and recover HP if you lost it. And over there is Big Boy. Big Boy. Ah! Of course. Of course. And now I use this area to heal. Jeez, dude. So you're basically seeing the whole deal with using the Joy-Cons here, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're basically using the... Yeah, this is basically the original way to control Link in the original version of Skyward Sword. Which, you know, I don't really mind it. It's just that you have a better way of controlling Link now. Like, I honestly didn't really believe that I could ever, like, go back to the way I used to play Skyward Sword. Because it was basically the only way to play Skyward Sword, honestly. Like, on the Wii, there was no way to... Hold on a second. Huh? Another stranger? And I bet you're not one of those red creeps either. I swear, this neighborhood's getting crummier every day. Huh? Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. Hey, I saw this funny dressed character go into that hole over there. It might have been that friend you're looking... Might it be the friend you're looking for? How do you know that? You want to know what this cook is wearing? Let's see... Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the getup was blackish. Other than that, I don't remember much. Sure. It's a piece of heart right there, and I want it. But anyway, yeah, you can never really... You can honestly tell me you can never really go back to the way that you used to play Skyward Sword. Like, ever. Because you have, like, natural controls now. You have natural controls now. And while I'm using the Joy-Cons for right now, just to prove a point. Well, actually, just to show you what it was like. It's honestly not my preferred way to play anymore. It's like, you know, I wanted to do this because I wanted to show you an alternate method of controlling Skyward Sword. For all of you newbies out there who are all like, you know, this game, it controls very well. Like, you can play with a controller. That's cool. I probably won't use Joy-Cons, though, because of the, you know, drift. But, you know, it's fine. It's all good. This is a power-up, by the way. This skittish monster prefers to hide in small holes or inside the skeletal remains of deceased creatures. Once the cowardly power-up finds a small space from which to spit flames, it becomes unapproachable. You will need to employ a clever strategy to defeat it. Inflicting damage from a distance may be the only way. Yeah, so, yeah, It's like you have a regular way to play now. And can you even imagine just going back to these controls after experiencing them for so long? I can aim properly. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Drift. I love you. I love you, Drift. Yeah, I'm gonna blame that on the Drift. Anyway, yeah, you can honestly tell me, look me straight in the eye. Any Skyward Sword veterans out there? Can you honestly tell me? Can you go back to the way you used to play before, you know, the Pro Controller option? Can you really honestly tell me? The Eldin Roller's rolling poop. I'm going around in circles with this conversation. But you get what I mean, right? You get what I mean. Like, playing Skyward Sword this way is nostalgic. It's nostalgic to me because, you know, I grew up with this. I grew up with this version. I got this game in 2011. You know, when it was bright, shiny, and new, and people were complaining about the motion controls and all. But of course, that was before I joined Twitter, like 2 years later. But, yeah, it's like, you know, once you have a new way to play, the old way kind of seems like outdated by now. Because this game was released at like the near end of the Wii life cycle, right? So this was that very Zelda game that people wanted to play for so long. Like one-to-one motion controls with the combat, one-to-one sword play, and whatever else. It was just like a dream come true. It was very much a dream come true. But instead you get like an extremely divisive game with motion controls that, you know, they work for the most part. They do work for the most part. But for some others, it's just like, it's kind of awkward just tilting the right Joy-Con, the right thingy, the right controller, or the Wiimote to anything of the sort. It's just like, so we were like, you have to shake both Joy-Cons to do a spin attack and then upwards for an upward spin attack. So it was kind of awkward. It was kind of awkward, especially for driving and piloting the Beetle. My point is that Skyward Sword HD's biggest change was the control scheme, and honestly, I'm all for it. If it gives people a chance to actually play this game, a game that I personally think deserves more credit than it deserves, then yeah, I feel like it's all good. I feel like it's all good in the hood that this version came out. You know? I'm just saying. People can actually give this one a chance now. And given the advent of, and especially given the advent of Sonic Colors Ultimate's release, and like initial release, assuming that the game has been patched up at this point by the time this video comes out, it's just like you can never ever complain about Nintendo and their lazy remasters ever again, because at the very least this one runs, even though the video doesn't really tell it, because again I can't do 60 frames per second 1080p. This is 1080p 60 frames per second. Like 98% of the video game of this remaster is all 60 frames per second. So Nintendo games aren't broken. It's just the fans that are broken for not believing that you know, a $60 Wii remaster would actually be better than a $40 broken on release game, or a broken on release remaster that only seems to add very little to the thing, rather than just, you know, be a 4K 60 FPS thing that's $40 and somehow contains more glitches than anyone could ever imagine. Again, I'm not entirely sure if Sonic Colors Ultimate would be patched by the time this video comes out. But because they did acknowledge the fact that Sonic Hollows Ultimate did have a broken, did have a messy launch with all the glitches that people have been reporting, especially on Nintendo Switch and everything. But it's just like, you know, but I'm not sure if they'll like follow up on it. So, yeah. I know it's like very, very early to say. I know it's like extremely early considering that we're still on the first third of the game. But believe me when I say you no longer have the right to complain about $60 Wii remasters ever again. Anyway, we got Dickie Mitts. Use these sharp claws to dig through soft patches of soft earth. Be sure to try digging with A anywhere you see signs that something has been buried in soft ground. Yeah. With these, you should be able to get to the top of that ledge right behind me. Just try digging in that hole below the ledge. You're in for a surprise. I just hope your friend hasn't been captured by the red guys. He's hoping everything goes okay. Alright, so we got all those Dickie Mitts. So with this, we'll be able to dig into soft patches of earth in order to obtain treasure, like Eldin ore, red rupees. Hell yeah. And in fact, I'm actually gonna switch the camera speed over to like fast, actually. Yeah, I can't even. I can't. Like, even with the drift, I can manage. I can manage just fine. Okay, so let's see. We can swing left and right just like that to get rid of those bokoblins, like usual. Like we always have done. Now this is just going to seem incredibly awkward because I think the Joy-Con drift is starting to take over. It's starting to take over the camera, like, as it should. So yes, you can find Eldin ore here, which you're going to need in order to upgrade one of the materials you're going to need in order to upgrade your slingshot. And you have 3 choices right here. You have 3 choices to go. You can either go left, middle, or right to proceed forward. We're going to go through all of them because I just like being that guy who just wants to see, you know, absolutely everything possible. Middle path. See what we got. We're up to a treasure chest. What do we got here? Eldin ore. Heck yeah! By process of elimination, the rightmost path seems to be correct. Except not really. Oh wait, I think. Yeah, there was a leftmost path right here. Yeah, right by the thing where we got 2 red rupees and another thing. There it is. So this next portion is, oh gee, Taito. Whoa, you scared me silly. You can't just start digging right above my head, you know? But I get where you're coming from. You never know what you're gonna find when you dig. That just makes it impossible to stop. Rupees are the most common thing you'll dig up, but you might be able to find some Eldin ore as well. Used to be plenty of hearts buried down here, but weirdly enough, I haven't seen those recently. Go figure. Anyhow, if you happen to run across a hole, if you got the time, then dig, dig, dig. Oh right, I forgot we were playing in hero mode. Actually, I didn't, but you think that you did. Haha. Now, this part is going to be a little bit tricky because all those pyre-ups are going to be hiding in those holes. And you're going to want to be a little bit quick about dealing with them by rolling the bombs into their holes. Because once they're in the holes, they are unapproachable. You can't actually defeat them. So, you can't kill them with the Skyward Strike. Even your fully charged one won't be able to work. See? So you're just going to have to deal with them by using the bomb rolling. Or, you know, bomb bowling, which I don't know how that's a negative point, but okay, sure. Sure, Mr. Egoraptor, sure. Bomb bowling is a negative point. You know, because, the video game tells you, hey, the video game tells you, you can aim your trajectory like so. What is up with my sensor? Okay, there we go. See? It's not like a pain in the butt to just simply press the Y button to reset your position. I mean, you can't necessarily do that on the original Wii, but you can do that on the Nintendo Switch. Reset your sword's, position. I get that's what she said, but, just saying. Anyway, I'm just over here, just trying to cut the grass. Seeing if there's anything. And of course with these rupees too. That's not fair. Zank. Whoa, now there's a green one. One of your people just came charging through here, dressed in all black. That a friend of yours? See all that up ahead? That's what we call a drop-dead dead end. But this character danced right over it. Seriously? Jumping over a gap like that? My jaw hit the dirt. Dang, whoever this person is, they must be good. Anyway, explode these rocks right here and you'll have an easier access point to over on the other side of this big old landmark right here. I don't really see how we can even try to jump over the edge, but I suppose this bridge will activate for us anyway.
Hey!
You! The goddess's chosen hero. Zelda is ahead. Hurry. Ooh, things are getting deeper. Next time on Skyward Sword HD, we're going to continue our climb up Eldin Volcano. Because we wasted about 28 minutes already. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.